Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to another episode of Confluence State Today. I am Victoria Oniaye. So much has been happening in Kogi State in the past few days, and I am sure you trust us to bring you up to speed with these activities, particularly as it concerns the well-being of the people and the socio-economic decisions of the state government under the leadership of Governor Usman Ododo. Here are the highlights of what to expect today. Governor Usman Ododo talks tough, vows to go hard on those plotting to truncate the peaceful security architecture in the state. We'll also be speaking with the state security advisor on this. Also, continuity and consolidation begin in full force in Kogi, with the State Commissioner for Agriculture reeling out the plans for that sector of the state's economy. We have details of these and more in a moment. Those are your news headlines across Kogi State. Let's move on to our first story. We will not allow anyone to take us back to the dark days of insecurity. We will resist it. Those are words of assurance from Governor Usman Ododo as he promised to sustain the fight against all threats to the safety of lives and property across the state. He made the promise at the end of a closed-door meeting with chairmen of the 21 local government areas in the state, where they discussed measures for mitigating threats to insecurity. Our next report tells you how he plans to achieve this.
Fellow Kogites, I promise you all, I will not be an ethnic governor, I will be the governor of Kogi State.
A promise to the people and a commitment to safeguard lives and property in Kogi State.
Under my leadership, I want to restate that Kogi State shall be one of the sub-national hubs of pilot projects for key drivers of the federal government's programs in food security, poverty eradication, job creation, access to capital, inclusion, rule of law, the fight against corruption, and overall economic growth.
These are not commentaries for the cameras. Governor Usman Ododo is already working his talk and demonstrating unalloyed commitment to ensuring that Kogi State not only maintains its pride as a safe haven for everyone, but also becomes an economically viable state in the North Central. In the past, Kogi State has had its share of untold security challenges. Terrorist cells were uncovered in some parts of the state, while kidnappers had a field day carrying out their deadly activities. But former Governor Yahaya Bello took the battle to them in their trenches. He fought them to a standstill while leading from the front with the support of security agencies. He not only showed the determination to clamp down on the activities of the bandits, but also supported security forces with the needed apparatus to protect the state.
I don't want any killer to fall. Anyone that is having heavy loads, who allow him to drop off.
These legacies are what Governor Usman Ododo is building on. Right from the moment he was sworn in as governor, he is already talking tough and matching his words with action.
Assured that we shall deliver on our promises of a united, secure, progressive, and prosperous Kogi State.
The first line of action for the governor was to hold a dialogue with critical stakeholders across the communities and local government areas. It was a closed-door meeting. that allowed the governor to get first-hand information on the security situation across the state. The meeting over, it's obvious that Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo is not ready to let down his guard. He sends words of caution.
I thank God Almighty for giving me the opportunity to continue to serve my state in the capacity as a governor of my dear state. I give thanks to His Excellency for allowing himself to be used to find me worthy to pilot the affair of this great state. And as somebody that has participated in the security management of our dear state, today I have called on the caretaker transition chairman of various local governments to hear from them firsthand the challenges they are faced with security-wise. And we thank God we have a very successful meeting and have given them a charge to continue to give our people that security that they deserved. Because if they cannot sleep with their two eyes closed and to go out to do their normal businesses, then we have problem. The height we have achieved in the last administration security-wise, we will not allow anybody to undermine our resolve to give our people the security they deserve. And as such, we have resolved to take it upon us to take the fight to them wherever they hide so that our people can live peacefully. And let me tell you today, security strategy is not something you can discuss in the open, but I want to assure you that, like my predecessor, I will continue to collaborate, to synergize, and to work with all security agencies, and I will continue to lead from the front. I want to assure you that the issue of criminals in Kogi State will remain hot and unsafe for them.
For other stakeholders, the governor has set out on a mission to keep the state safe for everyone, and they are ready to give him all the necessary support.
We can assure you, just like our state leader, His Excellency Alhaji Adoza Bello have done in the past, we are ready also from the grassroots level to follow his step, even to do more in securing the lives of our people and their property. All our security teams, as in police, DSS, they are all cooperating with us. And the Kogi State Vigilante group too. They are doing wonderfully well with us. Anytime we call them, they always attend to us.
We take the conversation straight to the doors of the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara. He was very active during the days of former Governor Yahaya Bello, and according to him, the foundation is already laid. What is left is for them to consolidate on it and avoid complacency.
I think what the government of Yahaya Bello was able to achieve was to lay a solid foundation, designed a suitable security architecture for Kogi State, very suitable that was able to handle emerging security threats affecting the state in terms of highway robbery, kidnapping, terrorism, cultism, communal classes, farmers' crisis with herdsmen, all were put together and various policies were laid down for it to effectively tackle them. And I believe the government, because of willpower in which the governor, the former governor had, were able to articulate a lot of things, and we won very well. And that is why the state was very peaceful.
One major aspect of the security architecture in Kogi State is the involvement of locals in providing security for the people. Commander Omodara says the same structure which was instituted by the previous government will be strengthened, with people providing better security for themselves.
It is to build on what have been laid, the foundation laid by the previous government, in terms of ensuring that we renew our intelligence gathering, we renew our activities, policies, crimes and criminalities, they change faces. Before you used to hear of armed robbery, but suddenly you are hearing of kidnapping. So we will step up whatever thing we need to do. And again, we will continue to invest in our human intelligence as well as technical intelligence, because in tackling security these days, you must invest a lot in technical intelligence, and which we are doing. You must also make sure that the people handling security for you, that is the security agencies, there must be synergy. The synergy must be put very well in they working together. The leading agency in security, the Nigeria Police, they cannot do it alone. And that is why we must have the cooperation of all security agencies. And they are doing it in Kogi State. That is why Kogi will continue to remain very peaceful. Advocacy is very key in security handling. There are no two states in Nigeria that are the same in handling security. But first, you must identify with the people, the topography, the geographical location, the people, the religion. You put all these things together when you are thinking about security. And when you don't carry the people along, you will not get to the root of each matter as far as security is concerned. So what we need to do is allow the people to know your intents. Allow the people to know where you are going to. Let the people see you that you have interest, their interest in ensuring that your policy will work. There can be no any development in any part of the state if there is no security. So, and who are the people? Who are what is the community? It's the people that are the community. So you look at security of community, the people that live in community, allow them to participate through the traditional ruler, through the youth leaders, the market women. You carry them along. Let them see your focus where you are going. And when they see your focus, let them have a liaison with the security agencies.
In all, it is clear that Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo is set out on a mission to rid the state of crime, and he has promised to stand by his words as the Chief Security Officer of Kogi State and the man whom the people freely gave their mandate.
Obviously, the safety of lives and property in Kogi State is very important to Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo. While we speak of security on the one side, the State Ministry of Agriculture, on the other hand, is working to guarantee food security in the state in line with Governor Ododo's promise to the people. Recall that Kogi State is one of the few states in Nigeria with a rice mill. This time, Governor Ododo is promising to build on the legacies of his predecessor in the agricultural sector.
The daunting challenge of food insecurity is a growing concern across the country. But Kogi State in north-central Nigeria stands as a beacon of hope, judging by the recent moves and commitment by the state government.
And always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
During his inauguration, Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo had promised to prioritize the needs of the people and ensure that the dividends of democracy are evenly spread without political or ethnic bias. Under the leadership of former Governor Yahaya Adoza Bello, Kogi State witnessed remarkable strides in agriculture, including the establishment of a 50-ton per day rice mill in the Ejiba area of the state and 5 cassava processing mills spread across various local government areas. Today, the governor is leading from the front. He arrives at the venue of the dialogue with critical stakeholders in the agricultural sector, where the conversation is expected to chart a new course for Kogi State in the area of food production, food security, and sustainability. The groups represented here include commercial farmers, investors, agricultural produce exporters, and economists. Governor Ododo's main task is to find a way for Kogi State to produce what its people eat what they produce, and if possible, feed the nation.
Today's meeting presents us with a valuable opportunity to have a robust relationship, exchange lofty ideas, and chart a course towards a more prosperous and sustainable future plan, to provide practical solutions to overcome them, such as insecurity, access to markets, financing, infrastructure, technology, or otherwise. I want to tell you that your concerns are our concern as a government.
Then it was time for the stakeholders to make their contributions and suggestions to the state government.
We are expecting to see a day like this. Mostly we women in agriculture. We have many women in agriculture. Now when you come to Ogume, that is where we start in 2013. We are into rice farming. When you come to that place, what we just want, we want our excellency, sir, to help us go and open our farm back in Okumi here. And give us tractor and give us all the seed. And apart from that, we still have another land in Koto that we plant a lot of rice there.
Cassava is the gold of Nigeria. And Kogi State happens to be one of the largest producer of cassava. I want to say that, Your Excellency, the challenge we have cultivating cassava in most of our farm locations today is the issue of having farmed cassava, the herdsmen come in. Your Excellency, I want to use this forum to thank the past immediate governor who was the security-minded governor. And I also want to appeal that in transition to your program, Your Excellency, the farmers of cassava are also pleading that the issue of the herdsmen should be well taken care of.
In 2020, we did 3,000 hectares in Owara. We did 141 hectares in Odoabe. We did 250 hectares in Edomo. Cassava has come to stay, and to call the economy of Kogi State. So everything about cassava is money. The leaves and the peel is for animal feed. The stem, in 2020, I bought cassava stem for planting worth 38 million. Only stem. So this is the era of cassava revolution.
Our major problem as far as maize cultivation is concerned is the low level of mechanization in the state. The number of tractor per hectare is still very low in the state, and that is the more reason why that has to be seriously addressed, because a good number of our farmers still use hoes and cutlasses at this present stage, and that definitely reduces the yield expected per hectare.
For the State Commissioner for Agriculture, the problem of food insecurity will soon be a thing of the past in Kogi State, as the Ododo administration remains committed to sustainable farming practices and innovative initiatives like waste to wealth to maximize agricultural productivity.
Lots of measures. One of it, which is key, is in land preparation to ensure that tractors are available to our farmers. We are looking at having a minimum, in the short term, having a minimum of 2 tractors per local government that will be affordable, highly subsidized to our farmers. We're quite looking at having these heavy duty machines, D8 or D10, to clear up our lands for them. The whole essence is to encourage our people into agriculture. We'll open up farmlands, then we'll bring in people through cooperative arrangement that I stated earlier, and we'll ensure that necessary agricultural inputs are provided to them at subsidized rates, and to attract several of our young ones to agriculture. And equally, just like I stated earlier, we are looking at the whole value chain in agriculture. We are producing cassava today. You see people producing cassava. The only interest and intent of the production is for consumption through fufu or the white amala, as the case may be. But today there are whole lots of processes that are involved in cassava production. If we bring the processing zone, we'll have it. All lots of value chain is what we're encouraging. We're actually looking at the cashew, which of course today we have one of the finest cashew seeds in the country that is highly sorted out for. We probably have them in large number. What we need to do is to engage in all the processes, all the benefits of cashew. It has over 30 processes from cashew alone, not just taking the kernel. The fruits can be converted into several usages. Even the kernel, the shell from the nut can probably be converted into several usages.
Governor Usman Ododo is optimistic that the state's economy will grow and the people will reap the gains of the agriculture of the state government.
We don't have business with poverty. If you talk of mineral resources, we have them in abundance. If you talk of land, farmland, fertile land, we have them in abundance. Then, what do we want God to do for us? We are going to start this pilot scheme. We must produce what we eat 100%. We must eat what we produce and even produce what others eat. Kogi State can feed the entire nation. Right from the farm, the government is having a plan to be the off-taker of our various programs, so that somebody that doesn't even know what we are facing, some unpatriotic elements trying to undermine us as a farmer and as a state for their selfish interest, the era of such is gone.
The takeaway from here is that all recommendations and promises made will be adopted. They say dialogues like this will not be a talk shop and will be held regularly to actualize the vision of the governor.
I stand before you with a deep appreciation for your tireless work you do day in, day out to feed our nation and beyond. Your dedication, resilience, hard working and innovation are the driving forces behind the growth and success of our agricultural sector.
With all hands on deck, Kogi State is on the path to becoming a major exporter of cash crops, creating jobs and ensuring a prosperous future for generations to come.
That's the show today. Thank you so much for making us part of your evening. Join us next time for another interesting edition of Confluence State Today. I am Victoria Oniaye. Enjoy the rest of your evening.